Welcome to the MagiReco news. I'm your ranker Yellum. Imagine having that perfect sexy goth girlfriend and then she fucking dies. Our top story today. Yeah, I think we might be down in Kirika because this is the "oh no, my girlfriend is dead" card art with the magia that is called That Girlfriend Power of, you know, From Beyond the Rift. And then we also have the memorial art, which basically says, "oh no, why is my girlfriend dead?" So a lot of people have been wondering what the MagiReco event is gonna bring, and they probably weren't banking on Kirika biting the dust, because it looks like Kirika is gonna be absolutely dead as fuck. To wind it back a little bit, yeah, we're gonna have the step-up gacha again. We're just gonna always have a step-up gacha basically now for everything, so it's not really newsworthy to say, hey, this is a step-up gacha. It's just always gonna be here. Like I said, step-up gacha is great if you're already spending a bunch of money on actual rolls for the game. Like if you're rolling with paid gems, step-up gacha is really great. If you don't want to actually roll with paid gems, then only the first like 1 or 2 steps are actually worth it, and after that you should just not go any further than that. So overall, it's alright, step-up gacha, but nothing special unless you're actually like wailing. But to get back to the topic. So we have final version MagiReco right here with her event. She has an EX skill because she's a Exceed type character, and I have some words about that. But the EX skill, which basically just means she gets a passive for being an Exceed type character that she gives to herself and her 2 huge Exceltis, which is that she gets MP generation and evade chance. So if you know something about the normal MagiReco, like evade is just something that she has a lot of, and yeah, MP generation helps a lot. What else do we have? And yeah, this gets stronger, of course, if you have her at full slots. Like if you have her at 4 slot, great. She seems to be rather offensive because, yeah, of course, MagiReco is a very offensive character. She has on her connect attack up, excel MP gain up, critical. Sure, okay, she has critical in there. Why not? The magia. Now, this is going to be a weird kind of character because she is going to be all about MP and excel and like try to get to magia. But here's the thing. She's Exceed type, and Exceed type doesn't actually have a good modifier for gaining MP on attack. Meaning that if she, compared to someone who is Magia type, compared to her, actually has like Exceltis that are about 30% stronger, just baseline 30% better Exceltis, like more MP from Exceltis. So already she's down like 30% MP for just being an Exceed type instead of a Magia type. So that already kind of sucks. So the Magia better be really good. And by the way, the reason I said this earlier about the dead girlfriend name here is that Kirika's Magia is called Vampire Fang, and MagiReco's Magia is called Oracle Ray, and this one is Vampire Ray. So it's a combination of the two. And yeah, if you look at the card art, then yeah, very obviously this is just MagiReco smashed combined with Kirika. Yeah, pretty obviously right there. You even see like the little bat things. And they're like vampire symbolism because Kirika had vampire symbolism. Yeah, and then you have this like here where she's apparently getting hung. I don't know if she's hanging herself or is getting hung, whatever you want to call it. This, by the way, no one's gonna get the reference. It was a reference to Carl Pilkington. Whatever, she's getting hanged, and you have this right here where okay, we need to talk about the story. Okay, I can dance around it no longer. There's gonna be some weird story stuff going on, where either I need to say this because I'm gonna be either the smartest person alive or I'm gonna look like a fucking idiot. I say that either the story is that, you know, at some point Kirika dies and MagiReco is getting hunted or whatever, and like the power of Kirika's wish overcomes death and makes her break free by fusing with or something. But here's the more interesting bit. What if the story was instead that this is a vision of MagiReco, okay? Like MagiReco is having a future vision, maybe in a future where she actually manages to kill MagiReco or something, and she gets hunted by other magic girls probably for all the crimes that she and Kirika has committed, and Kirika gets killed, and then MagiReco goes final or whatever. But then at the end of that, of course, it's just a vision, and MagiReco sort of wakes up and then calls Kirika and is like, hey, I actually really love you, and, you know, good end, right? So I'm gonna say this entire story actually plays within a vision, and Kirika doesn't actually die in the present. But that's my number 1 sort of idea. My number 2 theory is still that, you know, Kirika dies in the present. So one way or another, either I look like a genius or Kirika is fucking dead. So take a pick. Moving on, what this Magia actually do is damage to all enemies. It gives crit chance, no, not crit chance, it gives chance to defense pierce and ignore damage cuts. Basically bypass all enemy defenses. It gives evade to self, because of course it does, because of Kirika is known for giving evade to self on Magia. And of course, final Kirika basically does the same, and she also gives MP restore to self, also something Kirika does. She basically has Kirika's kit smashed together with a little bit of Kirika's kit. You know, because Kirika's gonna be fucking dead. I'm sorry, Muffin. But she seems to just be generally, like, having more stuff in general usually is better, but that more stuff that she has is mostly just stuff from Kirika's kit, and Kirika's kit, let's be honest, wasn't actually that good, so giving her a whole bunch of stuff that isn't actually that good while making her a bad type, it's not looking good. Her active and her other stuff is actually pretty good. I mean, she also gets an EX skill that you just wouldn't have otherwise, so that's already something that's pretty good. She gets her active is giving Excel MP up to, is it self or everyone? It's just to self, as well as evade. She also gets evade, like Kirika normally also gets evade on active, so also very much the same. But yeah, you get Excel MP up for 3 turns, which she needs. She needs the Excel MP up for 3 turns because, like I said, she has a worse type, so now she actually needs that to get back to what it would be if she was a Magia type. So if you were to like rewrite this type as Magia type and remove this Excel MP up, it would actually overall be better for her. As dumb as that is. Next up we have, oh, she ignores the first 2 debuffs cast on her. So ailments actually. Ailments is important because if you have a status ailment on you, you can't evade. Therefore, by blocking at least 2 status ailments, you kind of counter the ability of enemies to put some ailments on you and counter your evade that way. Next up we have parry evade, oh yeah, evade to self at start of quest, so you also just passively have evade for the first turn of the battle, and if you have paid attention so far, you might have noticed that if you change this icon up here from light to dark and maybe change the type to Magia, you would actually just have Vampire Kanagi, who is also, you know, Vampire. So she's basically just light type Vampire Kanagi, but worse. The last type is anti-counter, which is what? She has a chance to negate counter. First off, there's maybe like, there's like a 1-digit amount of characters or enemies in this game that even do counter across every single piece of content in the game. And this is just a chance to ignore counter on those few enemies. Chance. And counter sucks anyway. Counter is one of the worst things in the entire game. No one has it, and it's only a chance to ignore counter. What the fuck? Okay. So yeah, as I alluded to earlier, she's like a worse Vampire Kanagi. Vampire Kanagi was really good and dominated mirrors for a while, but then sort of fell off because just the meta shifted. Like Vampire Kanagi didn't get worse, but there were changes made to the rule set, and the changes made to the rule set was basically like, hey, we're gonna give a whole bunch of bonus points now to charge discs, which made Kanagi fall off a little bit because she kind of interfered with charge draw because she had 2 charge discs, and if you're trying to do charge draw strategies, she would just draw her charge disc and completely screw over the rest of the team. So not having her actually ended up being better overall. But she still does a similar thing, where it's like, hey, I'm gonna evade a whole bunch while charging up my Magia with MP regeneration through various sources, and then once I fire off my Magia, I'm gonna evade again, haha, you can't hit me. So yeah, in mirrors, it's still gonna be annoying if you fight against her, because she has turn 1 evade. So either don't fight her or get your evade Memorias, or just have an anime Yachu. If you are ever worried about losing a match in normal mirrors, just get Aniyachiyo. She's gonna be back during the anniversary, just get her on 1 slot, and you have mirrors solved forever. No one can stop you. So yeah. This is her. Is she gonna be good overall? I mean, she looks fine. I mean, Kirika herself was not a bad character. She could do the solo evade cheese, which final Kirika can also do the solo evade cheese. Just you're having it on a premium, limited 4-star character. And if you really want to do the cheese, you can just do it with normal Kirika, right? You don't need her for that. So she doesn't really do anything better than the normal Kirika, at least when it comes to the evade cheese. But other than that, other than evade, she's a way better character. But I don't think she's actually going to be that great in most pieces of content. She kind of doesn't have enough good stuff on her. She has a whole bunch of stuff on her that's, you know, pretty decent. But her bad typing and the fact that her Magia doesn't actually buff her with any useful abilities, like what the fuck? I mean, evade, not evade. I mean, the evade is fine, but the defense to ignore chance to ignore damage cut, a bunch of words. Those are fine things to have, but I would much rather just take like a damage up or something, or like a Magia damage up. Because if you want to go solo with her, she doesn't actually buff herself in any way if you go solo with her, which sucks. So yeah, overall she seems okay, but not really great in any way. The one thing that this character can do is the same thing that regular Oriko can already do. So, not that amazing. Then we come to Memoria, which is absolutely broken. Yeah, this one's really good. This is going to be the Whale Memoria. Whales are going to love this. It does double damage up 6, which already is fucking fantastic. And then also does like damage up 15%, which is also pretty great. So yeah, overall, for double spamming this Memoria is now absolutely fantastic. And everyone's going to get it. Also has maximum attack up on it. Yeah, great. So yeah, Whale Bait Memoria. Other than baiting whales, you don't need to worry about this too much. And then this one down here, I don't even read it. I think it's like Magia up, and is this also evade? I haven't even read it. Yeah, it's also evade, because of course it is. Overall, I need to mention something that I said before this, which is that since they announced the Ruby Kimochi, so the Fire Kimochi, where you are gonna play with your Aqua characters to counter the Fire type Kimochi, I said in Discord, either we're going to get 2 short events with Aqua characters that are really good for Kimochi, or they hate money. And apparently they hate money, because now we know there's going to be the Fire type Kimochi where you're going to bring your Aqua characters, and they released a Light type character. What is going on? Aqua is the most underrepresented, the least represented element in the game right now. And now that we're finally getting the Kimochi where we're going to play Aqua characters, we might think, oh my god, finally we're going to get some Aqua characters, and they say, nope, here's another Light type character. Why? Why? Why would you do this to us? We're still not getting more good Aqua characters. Why would you do this to us? And I know that, yeah, he's gonna sell probably decently well, because I don't know, people like Oriko. She would have probably sold a lot better if she was actually good. But the point is, they could have just done like two short Aqua characters, maybe one of them Urana, which a lot of people are waiting for and would like to specifically have for the Ruby Kimochi. Now she's gonna be after the Ruby Kimochi, which makes no fucking sense. So yeah, instead of having 2 short events with Aqua characters that people would actually roll for, now we have this event. They could have just done these 2 Aqua events, and then after the Kimochi, done final Oriko, and it would have been way better, like, financially for them. But sure, you do you, F4S, you do you. The actual event for this is Double Tower, so get ready to farm a lot. Hey, get ready to farm. Farm SP and stuff, and do other stuff. Like, there's a background you can get from this in here, which looks like that in the back, as you can see right here. Sure, other than, it's a Double Tower, there's not really much to say about the event itself. So that was this. Jesus, I can't do with words today. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, and I'll see you guys next time.